if you're in a top decking position and you top deck 5 land Zuran Orb, there's not much you can do. Like you're gonna flood out as bad no matter how many Seasoned Pyromancers you play. Yeah, we can do a league prediction. Kind of bad timing for it, but it's fine. Yeah, they are a bit cursed, huh? We gotta break the curse. Oh, it was cursed yesterday, too. I got bamboozled. I forgot about that. Oh, I feel so bad. I thought I messed up like when the prediction had happened. Okay, let's keep that Wrenn and Six on top, and then it may be good to wait on the second Bauble too for more surveil. I think that's fine. We are playing against Burn. So maybe I need to pivot, and I maybe need to. Yeah, I wasn't sure like 100%. I guess I should have guessed, but like I was thinking that maybe they were different. Red Boros Lightning Bolt deck, but I guess there's not really too many other decks like that in the metagame. So like surveilling this into the yard would have been nice to get to block and traverse Saga. Traversing Saga is kind of the most important thing in this matchup. Now I don't have Delirium anymore either. Let's see what my top card is. It's an Endurance. Okay, that's our plan for this turn. Yeah. I've seen those kind of decks, Max. The Loam decks. I think that there's something to them. I think that they are a little worse than this one, but like I don't think that deck's crazy to play. Yeah, I definitely should have graveyarded this. Be in much better shape. Boros Charm down to 9 life. They have 2 cards in their hand though. That's an interesting pickup. I think I'm cycling the Lantern here. Okay, now we dash the Ragavan. And then hope to survive 2 turns, which is... I guess I would have left for them to draw this. Do I like this deck? Yeah, I do. I trophied with it last night. We're 7-3 on the day. It feels like all 3 of our losses have been to some amount of mana flood, which is, kind of, to be expected when you play any deck. I like it. So that last card's a burn spell. We're gonna be dead to a top deck. It's like I don't have anything I can traverse to gain life immediately. It's all like off the Urza Saga, the Shadow Spear, and the Zuran Orb. So I could draw Zuran Orb. Obviously, my opponent's thinking. I don't know like what they could be tanking on with this attack. Like what really makes any sense. Yeah, okay, just skewers me down to 3. So unless we top deck, we're dead to a top deck. So I can traverse here, but I don't know if there's anything that's super relevant. Don't really think so. I guess I can go traverse for forest or mountain, doesn't really matter. But then traverse for, now that I have Delirium, the cycle land. Because this gives me the out of cycling into Zuran Orb or Shadow Spear. Okay, missed. Hit Helix off the Ragavan too. Why is the put hat on? I all the hats are still in a box from the move. I haven't unpacked them. Thought to blocking so spirits of their guides since Goblin Tycoon has a downside. Well, if they have no instant speed burn, it's way better to block the guide. Yeah, this is on me. If I had surveilled the Wrenn and Six in the yard, we win the game. Close game. Weren't quite able to find the Zuran Orb in time. 1 turn too short. That being said, I do think this matchup is pretty good overall. So hopefully we can just like be a bit more in on Saga in the sideboard games. I think this is how pretty close to how I sideboarded. I got both hearses last time. Maybe I leave one in this time. Can we play one loam? I don't think I'm that interested in a loam. I think Wrenn is a bit better. I don't think I want like the 5th Wrenn either. No Spyro to Tutors Wild. We have Tracker over Spyro. You obviously could play both, but I also think like you know, this happens every single time I play any deck that has tutors in it. People are always like, Spy, we can play more Seasoned Pyromancers, we can play Scavenging Ooze, we can play, you know, more tutor targets. But like the reality is, like, Traverse is already like kind of max power level with Endurance, Titania, Fury, Tracker, Forgotten Cave, Boseiju, Urza Saga. Like, these are like 7 super premium tutor targets, and you could also, of course, get like just Ragavan or Spyro. And so if you think about it, like these are your 9 targets. I don't know that the deck needs more than this. This feels like a totally fleshed out Traverse package to me. I think you can keep this on the play against Burn. It's kind of close. Ragavan's pretty good against them though. But no Sagas, you know, maybe awkward. Maybe I can get Delirium. Doesn't this deck have very few threats? I've had the same comment about this deck in the past. This deck is threat light. I don't understand. Like, like maybe you don't count Run and Six as threats. But like, I would feel like I would consider the Run and Six as threats. But you have the Sagas, you have the Traverses, you have, let's say, no Run and Sixes. We're playing 23 threats, and I think you should consider this. That feels like totally enough. But I've gotten the same comment about this deck in the past. I don't really understand it. Yeah, the deck is like all threats. I think I'd probably just do want to cast one of these to get Delirium, or to get closer to Delirium. Probably can wait. Maybe we'll trigger the Eidolon on their turn. I guess like any deck without Tarmogoyf is just threat light, huh? Is that the reality? No Tarmogoyf, threat light. That would have mentioned it for Goyf. Yeah, I mean, I've played this version with Goyf. I played the version with Reclaimer. I think this version's better, but at the very least, like having very few threats is just not like an accurate description of the deck. Okay, need a creature, need a threat. There we go. Do I ever lose qualifier points? You do lose them after seasons go. I always like have infinite, especially because I don't play that many Mox events. I actually don't have that many right now. I really don't hate Assault. I think Assault's not very good with Saga. It's like rough on the mana. I think that you could play it. That being said, Max, I have seen your like 10 comments today suggesting an Assault version. I really encourage you to try it out and work on it, but I think I'm probably good. I think I'll leave those cards in the yard for the hearse. I don't think they really matter much in the yard. No burn spell in the Endurance is pretty nice. Drawing all these basics is so frustrating because like any fetch land turns on Delirium for me. But maybe we'll just be able to lifelink them out of the game. Although I feel like if we could, they'd be conceding. So they probably have Path, Smash to Smithereens, or just Skullcrack. Alright, of those, Smash is probably the worst for us. We're at 10 life, they have 2 cards in hand. Love for them to Goblin Guide me. Be great. Oh yeah, Delirium. Oh, Delirium's on now. Oh, sorry, I missed that. So So I should have cast the Traverse. I used to have a Clothis. I don't have a Clothis anymore. Yeah, I could have Saga'd there. Let's see. Okay, so I could get a Titania, but then I have to fetch and go down to 9. So I probably get Ragavan. Ragavan's a lot of pressure against the burn deck, and I can hit Helix. Saga's probably a bit too slow. Also, like, if Ragavan just hits a burn spell, I could maybe raise. Yeah, I've seen some 4-color money pile versions running Traverse too. I think that they're interesting. Dang it. So awkward that this puts me to 9 also. Titania kills next turn. That's a good point. That's a good point. I could also just be dead though if I had gone to 9 off the fetch. So their hand is not 2 burn spells, very likely to have at least 1. Put my opponent down to 10. I'll Run and Six ping them down to 9. We did beat burn earlier, right? Or was it? Or did we lose that match too? Ooh, Helix is so rough. I can't race it. We need them to draw all creatures and lands. They drew a spell though. Dead. Rough stuff. I also punted game 1 there. Like if I had surveilled the Redd and Six into the yard, we get to block the Goblin Guide and we win. Ooh, love to. So Tron is not a great matchup game 1, but sideboard we get to Charmaw and Boseiju them a bunch. We actually like haven't played against like any like Boseiju matchups today. Kind of weird, but I think that's also kind of like good news for this archetype where like the Boseijus in theory are helping out your bad matchups, Tron, Titan, Belcher, these kind of decks, and not running into them that often is nice. Okay. Maybe they don't have it. Copium. Mofo to 3 months. Thank you. Yeah, but you don't have Zuran Orb all the time. Well, you can tutor it with Saga is the thing. I don't know. I can't imagine that the burn matchup is just super bad. I think it's totally fine. I know that you can lose the bet to find matchups. It's fine. Mofo to 3 months. Thank you. I think I just am casting the Endurance to try to pressure them. Well, am I? Hold on. I can get creature. I guess I can't convoke or evoke the Endurance. I'm just trying to think if I could get a Delirium for the Traverse for Boseiju. You take a lot of damage from your lands. Not really. Like you can fetch basics super easy with this deck. You don't take appreciably more damage from your lands in this deck than any other, like Murktide, Jund deck. Okay. Thankfully, we can beat this card. Yeah, I agree with Giglio. The burn matchup's got to be totally fine. Just took an L. Probably could have got Stomping Ground there. Not sure how much it matters. I obviously need my opponent to stumble a little bit, as like you always do with these kind of decks against Tron. I can't believe my opponent. I can't. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. My opponent said, I have double Ulamog and another tower in hand. Concede. Why don't I have the freaking Boseiju, dude? Why can't I have Boseiju? I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. This is like... What in the world is this behavior? Just listen. You're behind on clock. Just untap with the freaking Ulamog. I've never, ever seen... I have double Ulamog and another tower in hand. Concede. What in the world is this totally degenerate Tron behavior? This is wild. I have double Ulapog. Woo! Oh man, dude, I'm so happy we have got like triple Charmaw, triple Boseiju on the board though. Ice fan at the 21 months, appreciate you. Yeah, still not nearly as rude as saying GG after a win. Love your videos, by the way. Hope this makes a good one. You are making some great content. They're a fan! They're a fan! What in the world? They're a fan. Woo! Alright, we'll concede. Amazing. Alright, we came prepared. I'm just dying. Map finds my Boseiju. I guess I keep in the Titania Orb combo. Yeah, Tron players are just anime villains.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Oh man, I hope I'm gonna start doing that at paper tournaments. I have the nuts. Concede. This is a good last, good into the week, a good Friday stream. This tracker for the grindy matchups. It's got a lot of synergy with Saga and Wrenn and Six, but yeah. Oh man. I should be more focused. I give him too much credit. Dude, my opponent cast the Ulamog. What do you want me to do? What else could I have done there? I played my hand as best as I could. I had no other change I possibly could have made. I had no better line than what I took, and then my opponent did have second tower Ulamog. What do you want me to do? I can't resist. Slight BM, but I can't help myself. Oh yeah, watch them turn one Needle Boseiju. That'd be awesome. Oh man. BM is actually good manners sometimes. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're bantering, you know. Oh no, no, they're playing around the Boseiju. I've given away too much info. Oh, but now I get to grudge the map. Yeah, this is fine. We're chilling, you know. I'm having a laugh. They're having a laugh. We exiled a forest. That means they probably only have one more forest in their hand, in their deck, and I've got two Boseijus. Yeah, Needle on Boseiju does work. Can also channel these for 1 mana because of the Ragavan. I think I'll do this now for mana, because I'd lose the ability to channel for 1 mana after after the Ragavan goes. So theoretically, they only have one forest left. I can also map for 3rd Boseiju. I'm gonna fetch now, so they can respond to fetch by killing Saga with like a disenchant. Oh, I guess, I mean, they could be playing 4 forests, but I think most of us are playing 3 at the moment. There's Disenchant is just a green. Yeah, but they don't have it in their hand because they would have already cast it if they had it. So I'm playing around them drawing it on their turn, then responding to the fetch. So I don't think I'm making another token. I think I will Bauble, cast the map, attack for 3, Bauble myself, fetch it or not accordingly. Then Boseiju them, try to get them off of, try to actually Stone Rain them. We'll keep that one. Well, maybe channeling is worse. No, I think they only have 3 forests. We know one of them's they drew one of them. They drew one of them. One of these got Boseiju'd, and then yeah, the other one's still in the hand. And then I can map for another Boseiju. Yeah, I am making my Charmaw harder to cast, but I think it's worth it to keep them off Karn this turn. Yeah. It was, so that was it. We exiled one with Ragavan. That's what it was. Sorry, I knew the other one was gone. I forgot that it was that. Okay, that's an answer. Okay, but now I can Charmaw. This is some justice, I think. I came ready. Came ready today. I have second Charmaw, I'll concede. I'm not gonna do it again. I already made the joke once. I think another one would ruin the bad vibes. Oh, man. Yeah, this is the new 2 free for the bean, I think. Short through the 16 months, appreciate you. I showed you my Charmaw, please respond, please concede. Oh, man. Okay, we've got Ragavan. We also have Traverse plus Channeler, but we don't have the Charmaw in hand, no Boseiju. I think it's just better to mulligan. This hand also has nothing. We no Charmaw, no Boseiju. I think I'm mulligan again. Okay, 2 Boseijus. Obviously, like winning a Wrenn and Six and/or a Ragavan, but we've got so many Tron hate cards. I think that is correct to mulligan kind of aggressively. Wouldn't mind drawing a Charmaw. They played mine on turn 2. I guess we'll kill that one. Obviously, you know, the Boseijus are not going to win the game by themselves with no pressure. It's not going to be enough. Wrenn and Six is like probably our best draw, although Ragavan's pretty good too to be able to channel these for 1 mana. I have 4 Boseiju in the deck. I have 3 in the hand. Charmaw is obviously like really good draw too. Yeah, Charmaw or Wrenn and Six. I guess the awkward thing about Wrenn is, I mean, like, we could just take one turn to Boseiju, then we Wrenn plus Boseiju again. Yeah, Yeah, I think, yeah, Charmaw, Wrenn and Six. Ragavan. Bauble, at the very least, is some card selection looking for something. That's not really something. I think we're losing this game. Yeah, I think we're behind too. I mean, we rolled a 5. We do have some sideboard cards, but no pressure. A little bit of pressure. Maybe my opponent has their other 2 forests in hand. That'd be pretty nice. No, they have 1. I guess that wasn't super likely. Yeah, and if they have Karn here, it's pretty bad. We do have Ancient Grudge, which can help against some of the Karn targets, though. Other stirrings. Cycle on our turn in case we draw Bauble. Yeah, I guess so. They found a Karn the Great Creator, which is not great. At least they can't cast it this turn. Where's my Ishkana Graph Widow in my standard deck box from a million years ago? Whoa, we drew Wrenn and Six. So I think we have to play this instead. This Channeler here. We can answer the Karn targets with the Needle. My opponent's like, didn't have the land in hand to channel the Boseiju from the Wrenn and Six. Great top deck. Not quite as good as a Charmaw, but still very good. And then there's only one more forest in the deck, so we can keep our opponent off Tron this turn. Ancient Grudge, like a Needle that they get off the Karn. Should be in great shape. Opponent forgot to correct the map end of turn. Tron only plays 1 Needle? Yeah, usually. Oh, and now they can't cast the Karn this turn. That was a huge punt by them. Huge punt by them. And they have the forest in their hand. It's over. It's over. Stressful match. I was trying to do in the current meta. It kind of has been making a little bit of a comeback, but still has issues, as you can see here. Well, not quite Stone Rain, because I can't hit the forest. Yeah. Good support in the chat. Good GG to you. I really like. I don't feel like they were trying to be. I really thought they were like in paper. Like they would just show you their hand. I just can't. I have second tower, 2 Ulamog in hand. Concede. Okay, can keep this. Shuffle that. I think I'm actually gonna get a mountain here. If I draw a red removal spell and then they play a creature, I'm gonna probably want to kill it. And then with double Wrenn and Six fetches, I'm gonna be able to, you know, have as much lands as I need. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, just let them draw the card and then ping. Oh, a little bit of lag. I beat Hammer Time. I beat Hammer for my 5-0 last night, and the matchup felt really good. Although just a sample size of 1 so far. Hoping I can symbol Wrenn and Six Boseiju again, I guess. Although if they get Cauldron here, it's kind of bad. I guess I can go get Forest, ping ping. So if this connects, it's kind of nice because I can Titania next turn. If they block, it's also fine. I think I just go Forest, Shadow Spear. 3 card types in the yard, by the way. I can get Delirium, but I can go next turn Traverse, and then I can get Boseiju Wrenn and Six going. It'd be kind of nice to draw like red removal spell or another Delirium Enabler though. Yeah, so I think I like going Traverse for Mountain, Traverse for Boseiju, play Wooded Foothills, play Ragavan, and I can channel for 1 mana. And then I can go Titania, get back Fetch Land, channel Boseiju the following turn, which is pretty good. I don't think I'm supposed to Boseiju the Saga itself, but I could be wrong about that. Ooh, they have main deck Relic? That's bad. So I can go block Construct. Jump block the Construct, the next turn, play Titania, get back target fetch land. And if they pop the Relic in response, then I kind of have to jump block here. I don't have to Boseiju up. I guess I'll just hit this. Obviously not super ideal, but I can hopefully hit them with the Ragavan. They're gonna pop the Relic. I lose the Boseiju. But if I draw another fetch land, then my Titania is gonna be good. I hit them off the Ragavan. Well, that's bad. Second hammer in hand. At least we know about it for next turn, but alright. We'll make them pop the Relic. I guess I need to hit like Ornithopter. But blocking them, blowing a hammer. It's good. It's better against Paladin. They still have the Construct in play. I will play it out because maybe my opponent will play around a red removal spell if I do this. If I fetch Shock and don't concede. Rick, thank you for the gifted sub. Hold. They just have double hammer, maybe. Maybe it was like an obvious bluff too. Okay, brutal. I guess if I had Boseiju the Saga, we would have been in better shape. I just didn't think they would have main deck Relic. That wasn't something that was like really on my radar at all. So I want to bring in the Grudges, the Boseijus, and I think the Needle as well. I want to cut the Hearses, the Endurances, the Soul Guide Lantern. And I think we can also cut like Ragavan 4 and the Titania Zuran Orb combo. And I think you can make an okay case for like 1 Charmaw, 1 Run Afoul. 1 Charmaw as a Traverse target is probably fine. I don't think I played this yesterday when I played the matchup, but I think it's fine. Okay, definitely keeping this. Okay, so I think I'm just getting tap Stomping Ground. If they play like exactly Giver of Runes, I'll regret this, but Life Total definitely relevant in this matchup. Giver Runes is not that common, and if they have turn 1 Sentinel, I'm way more likely to want to ping it with Wrenn and Six than I am to want to use my Lightning Bolt. Nice to be able to get back the Scalding Tarn through the Relic. I can maybe Needle Relic with Urza Saga. I like that I have Pyrite Spellbomb as an answer to Sanctifier in Vec 2. I do think I'm going to need to kill this immediately because of Kaldra. Kaldra's like, you know, obviously like flip the script on how quickly you need to kill this card in a lot of spots. I think I should use the Bolt and save this for Sanctifier and Vac. I can also maybe get this second Surveil could maybe put a land into yard. I could get some value off the Wrenn and Six plus this turn. How easy is 4-color blink to pick up for reasonably experienced modern player? I would say if you're a reasonably experienced modern player, very easy. So if they play a colorless land next turn, I can cast this and kill Saga or Inkmoth, and if they don't, like my turn next turn is gonna be fine too. So I think that's gonna be good enough to keep on top. Okay, so Sigarda's Aid, no creature, no flashing in reality chip either, which is nice. Let's play Tracker, fetch land, and then not expose the fetch land to the Saga sacrifice. Or actually I'm okay if they pop the relic, because then I can return Urza Saga, I can start returning Boseiju. It would be fine. Yeah, this is fine. I've looked into it and it's fine. Thank you, Miles. Okay, I have plenty of answers to the needle, but I think we're gonna not be able to use our Wrenn and Six. They named Pyrite Spellbomb, so they must have. Oh, I was thinking they must have Sanctifier, but they just have Creature Hammer. Sure, good play, good play. I get to keep my Wrenn and Six. I get to maybe Charmaw their Urza Saga. I get to maybe make a big construct. Ancient Grudge is certainly a good draw. I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a Saga token so I can Grudge this turn. And then why don't I Needle Colossus Hammer? Maybe Rimblem Ancient Grudge is kind of weird to... I don't think I've ever Rimblemed an Ancient Grudge, but it would be pretty good. If they have a second hammer, they're going to get to cantrip twice. They do have it. They get Shadow Spear, though. They do get Shadow Spear. So this is kind of always a tricky spot. Where if you kill the Shadow Spear, then you get to chump block as much as you want for the rest of the game, which can be pretty good. And then if they, but like if they attack here and they don't have a second hammer, I get to kill one of their paladins. But they have 2 paladins, so maybe it's not that relevant. I can flashback the Grudge next turn. I guess maybe if I was gonna take this line, killing the Shadow Spear in response to the ETB trigger was better because of Blacksmith's skill. Maybe that's kind of narrow, but I could see that being the case. Sentinel, okay. Maybe just ping that. So Saga Chapter 2. I have a Grudge I can flash back. Yeah, I think this turn going Wrenn and Six ping Sentinel, play Urza Saga, trigger to trigger, Charmaw their Urza Saga, and flashback Grudge on their hammer is a fine turn. I think I'm also attacking for 10. How do I like the mono red fire second pioneer? I think it's unfavored against mono green, and playing a deck that is unfavored against mono green is kind of dicey at the moment. Okay, go to game 3. What's better, kills hammer, block construct? So yeah, if we go kill hammer, block construct, and they have a second hammer in their hand, like the game almost ends on the spot. So killing the Shadow Spear is way better against another hammer in their hand, and they did just get to draw a bunch of cards. So like a second hammer in their hand, I felt like was somewhat likely. They didn't seem like they had it, but this line also ended up winning, even though they didn't have second hammer. I lost to someone playing Rocco Devoted Druid, Living In last night. I felt like a bad matchup. Yeah, I think Rocco is slightly favored against Living In. It's not like a huge difference, but they've got Graveyard Hate. They have ways to like kill their creatures, discard creatures. My opponent's only mulligan to 6. I think I'll just play Stomping Ground and cycle Forgotten Cave and not play the Bauble. If they don't play another creature this turn, like if they just go like Saga Go, I'll Run in 6 minus. I'm not sure if my opponent's playing Cauldron. They are playing Sword of Fire and Ice. Jeez. Alright, let's cycle this. Okay, that's pretty good. I think it's probably relatively safe to Wrenn and Six minus on the Sentinel here. It's pretty mana efficient. Oh, I should have played my Bauble. I should have Baubled myself, though. It's fine. Just Bauble them now. Another Stoneforge Mystic being played instead of the Sword of Fire and Ice. So their hand is now Pure Steel Paladin, Sword of Fire and Ice, then Colossus Hammer. They're casting the Hammer because they have the Paladin, although they're pretty far from Metalcraft, and with this Ancient Grudge, I've got to be feeling okay about her spot. Maybe a little mana flooded, but we'll figure it out. Nice to have the Forgotten Cave too. Kind of hoping my opponent goes like activate Stoneforge, equip. I feel about my green. I've been liking it a lot today. 5-0 with it last night. It's been feeling good. I guess I'm not going to cycle yet. We're probably going to see them make a token with Saga this turn cycle. Okay. That's pretty scary. That they can go make a token, get a hammer with Saga, cast Paladin, and I can go Grudge, Flashback Grudge, but then they can cast another hammer. So let's see what we find off the cycle. A Channeler. So, yeah, presumably... Oh, I didn't think they were going to make another token. I feel like that's really good for me that they made another token here. Relic. Not Hammer. So I guess we kill this construct. And see what we surveil. I was a little bit worried about surveilling another... another Grudge into the yard and losing it to the Relic. We're gonna need to find another Grudge or Boseiju, I think. We get another Surveil here. I think I just killed this Colossus Hammer. I guess I could have just Surveilled Grudge to the top. Okay, that's an interesting one. This lets me kill Stoneforge Mystic, Ornithopter, and have a blocker if they put the hammers on the construct, which they're obviously like pretty likely to. Why don't I attack? Because maybe they'll go sacrifice Relic to kill the Channeler here. Yeah, this makes my Fury better. Okay, they double block. So if I put 1 damage here, I can do 1 damage, 2 damage, 1 damage. I guess it doesn't really matter. 2 to Thopter, 1 to 2 to Thopter, 2 to Construct. Yeah, I mean, it's just not going to matter. I'm going to get to kill 2 creatures here, not 3, no matter what. If I kill the Ornithopter, the 1/1 Construct dies. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter, because there's no way for me to also kill the Stoneforge Mystic. I understand. Oh, wait, hold on. No, sorry. I see. Sorry, because it already has 1 damage on it. Yeah, 2 damage. I see. I don't know. Brain is bad and mushy. You're right. Crack the code. Alright, pretty good turn. Oh, we also did Wrenn and Six being. I totally forgot about that. It was a weird board. Okay, so then his Sword of Fire and Ice, which is pretty scary, and then Colossus Hammer. I have a green blocker at least. And his Hammer Mystery card. Big draw steps here, though. Oh my gosh, huge, huge, huge. So then we go cycle. We actually get Delirium here, so I can go Lightning Bolt this. And then I can go fetch, tap land here, and then traverse for... Oh no! I guess I've been streaming too long. My brain is totally fried. Now they can just equip. Oh no! What am I even thinking here? But I was thinking I could traverse for the Boseiju. Obviously, like I just don't have the types. Yeah, been streaming too long. Brain mush. Could have played the tracker. Could have done everything different. I think I counted the land type twice for some reason. That being said, we've got tons of cards, tons of outs. We're like not losing the race. Yeah, maybe I counted Traverse as a type 2. Laughed too hard at the Tron match. So they're in a sword, 3 mystery cards, one of them Saga. Yeah, maybe it was that I counted. We'll figure it out. We're still doing fine, despite playing pretty bad. Lost our attacker. Better lucky than good. And what's nice here is when playing so bad, my opponent's probably gonna like snap off this block. Yeah, the real secret to playing bad is your opponents will think you're just punting instead of having it. 5D chess. Probably safe to just kill this Saga, hold up Heat this turn. That's a bolted don't block. Yeah, I guess they like always block there, but I feel like they probably thought that there were I was just punting some more. That is like I feel like maybe nobody talks about that ever, or maybe I'm overvaluing it, but I've noticed it sometimes when like I've made mistakes in matches, and I'm like it's like if you've made a mistake in a match, it's way easier to bluff. It's like ridiculously easy to bluff if you've like, you know, made a mistake. I think I just kill this to keep them off Metalcraft, and even if they do find it, they can't attack with anything, and I can return the Boseiju, kill the hammer. And they only have I guess they have 2 hammers left in the deck. No, they were doing it like this, so a removal spell on Paladin would let them equip to the Ornithopter, because now they have an alive Paladin instead of a card and a dead Paladin. Okay, so do I have enough mana to Tracker, Shadow Spear, equip, and then play land? 3, 3, 2. I have exactly enough. I still have one more Stomping Ground in the deck. Oh, right, the Sentinel, though. I guess I'm letting them draw a card. Probably fine. And then they have to chump block at least, and I can't really... They probably can't beat the Boseiju. Well, they're chumping with Paladin? It's kind of weird, right? Why would you chump block with Paladin on Sentinel? They have to? No, if they jump with Sentinel, they go to 1. Oh, because I Boseiju the Sentinel. Right. You're right, yeah. Libin, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. Well, this is like the worst game I've played all week, but I think we're gonna win. Thanks again, Lemon. Okay, try to squish my brain back together for the rest of the league. We lost to Burn, beat Tron, beat Hammer Time. Feeling pretty good. I always feel like this is like kind of like my biggest weakness as like a tournament player, as a streamer. My brain does just turn to mush like after too much. Like I used to have like a lot more endurance as a tournament player when I was younger, and for whatever reason, like the fatigue of playing too long gets me. And you think it wouldn't because I play so much, but like without a break, it just really gets me. I think this is good versus 4 color. I don't really think so. No, don't think so. How did I have the endurance when I was younger? Yeah, I got it ahead of time. Yeah, I used to be able to like wake up at 5 a.m., drive hours to a GP the day of because I was too broke to afford a hotel, like even the extra night, and then like play 9 hours, play more Magic that evening, wake up for day 2, total full of energy. And now I've got the money for a hotel, but don't have the energy anymore. Yeah. I think that is why Nassif takes a break. Like the break is just so important too. Like usually after the stream, I take like a 2-hour break to let my brain cool down, and I usually like eat, then take a bath, then yes, Oops all spells. We probably lose game 1, but we have 4 Boseijus against Oops all spells, which is awesome. We can also use the Saga to find a map for Boseiju. Oh, but yeah, speaking of Spike getting early copies of cards, I actually have a spoiler card for Double Masters. I have 2 of them. Do I do donation Decklist? I do not know, but thank you for the $5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want the extra mana here for the expedition map turn. Yeah, this game is gonna be about expedition mapping for Boseiju, double Boseijuing next turn, or dying this turn. What day do I spoil them? I can't remember. I read that I could announce it. But I have 2 of them. I can spoil that they are reprints of existing cards, as are every other card from Double Masters 2. Okay, so expedition map, floating mana, grab Boseiju. Boseiju's been all-star of today. Pain with the Twitch Prime, thank you. Yeah, no spoilers. I won't say anything beyond that. But it is a legal card. Our existing reprint. Okay, I mean, technically possible to die next turn. Although I do like being able to exile this Iron Crag feat. And I think if they didn't kill me this last turn, we're probably gonna be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. Endurance stops them. Endurance stops. Sorry, they're Belcher, not Oops all spells. Because of the Iron Crag feat. So endurance good against Oops all spells. Thankfully, we've got the Boseiju lock in this matchup. That always feels just like there's kind of no better feeling than that. Alright, let me cut the Lantern, the Fury, the Heats, Zuran Orb, Titania, and then the Hearses and the Endurances are pretty bad, but Endurance is probably just better as a 3/4. But I'm probably not going to keep a hand without a Boseiju. So far, do you like this deck or Gen Saga? I'm going to play some Gen Saga next week, I think, and then be better able to answer your question. Okay, so this hand doesn't have Boseiju in it, but we can go Ragavan turn 1, Expedition map into Boseiju. We can Boseiju on turn 3, which is kind of slow. That's probably I would probably keep this on the play. I think on the draw I should just mulligan. Okay, and then this hand is easy keep. Oh, I thought I cut the orb. Okay, I thought we have an orb in the deck on the bottom of the deck now. Yeah, I meant to cut the orb. I don't know what I meant to have instead. That's okay. Again, so we can again expedition map for the Boseiju, we can't. This is gonna be, I guess, turn 3 again, but I think on the mulligan, you keep. They bring in Fury against me, maybe. Charmaw probably fine. Yeah, maybe Charmaw's maybe better than the Endurances, especially with like the Endurances just being not that good, and we're already kind of on the land destruction plan anyways. Probably not casting that one. Yeah, I know all the earlier streams this week have been kind of short. It's just always tough when, like, I've got 2 crazy weekends in a row with the convention last week, and I've got a wedding I'm going to this weekend, but hopefully longer streams this next week. How do they get Oracle into play? They don't usually win with Oracle. They kill you with Goblin Charbelcher. Oh, that's kind of an interesting draw. So if I make a treasure here, I guess I don't have a fetch land to return. I can go Boseiju the red. I think I just grudge. Opponent's deck is trying to ramp, play no real spell that lands in their deck. They play the MDFCs, so that when they activate Goblin Charbelcher, it deals your opponent like 40 damage. So I think this turn I'm casting the Wrenn and Six, and then I'm not. I guess I can replay Saga. I can also Pithing Needle, Goblin Charbelcher, which is great. Okay, they conceded. Piano with 18 months, appreciate ya. That was definitely the fastest match of today. It's been a pretty long day. So we've been playing for 4-1 all 3 leagues. We did 3-2 last league, but it's been a... Oh, sorry, we got a live prediction already. I think we keep the Wrenn and Six on the play here. I like that we can kill an opposing Wrenn and Six with a Bolt and a Ping. Kind of a slower hand, but it is a slower matchup. You know, the All Access Pass is out. I was actually kind of expecting to play against a ton of 4-color. A ton of 4-color because people always go, oh, nobody can afford to play the 4-color deck because it costs way too many tickets. But I kind of feel like people just don't like playing the 4-color deck. Not that it's bad, but I feel like if the like obviously like it does price some people out of the deck. I'm not naive to that, but I actually feel like the people just also don't really like to play it, and that's part of the reason why you don't see it in the like leagues as much. Okay, so we can kill their Wrenn and Six with a Ping and a Bolt, but then our Wrenn and Six becomes vulnerable to Bolt. So yeah, I think it probably makes sense to keep the Wrenn and Six ticking up too, because a lot of times you Wrenn and Six on the play in these matchups, and that's just like game. Yeah, people want to be the hero, not the villain. I think it's probably a blend of both, but at the very least, I don't think there's hordes of Magic players priced out of the 4-color deck that are just dying to play it, because I don't think people really like playing this deck that much. But in tournaments, though, they're like way more down to jam it. Access token, Battle of What's Money Pile. Yeah, you could really only do that during the access token, but it sounds fun. I don't think the Boseiju does too much here. See if they have an Ice Fang, I can bolt it. So I can Boseiju them. I can also bolt my own Ragavan to help Delirium, but I think I'll just chill. Rimblem is probably going to be game. That being said, if they cast Omnath this turn, I may have to bolt plus minus. Not ideal. I guess if they have Abundant Growth or Utopia Sprawl, I can Boseiju, although I guess most of us don't play Utopia Sprawl at the moment. Good for me that March doesn't kill Wrenn. The All Access Pass, I think, went live Wednesday of this week, so there should still be Tuesday of this week, so until the 28th. So yeah, plenty of time. A good solid 2 weeks from today. Okay, really want to just draw anything that actually put some pressure on my opponent so they have a harder time dealing with the Wrenn and Six. Okay, I guess we are helpless and just totally hoping that they have nothing. Which maybe works. Like they need Fury, Lightning Bolt, Wrenn and Six, Prismatic Ending. We can Bolt an Ice Fang right now. I can start Boseijuing. I mean, it doesn't do anything. They have plenty of the more dual lands and tri-lands to get. Like, I'll Boseiju in response to an Abundant Growth. Like, that's really the only time it's going to do anything. Is return lands better than Boseiju? Yeah, got chat. Boseiju doesn't do anything here. It just ends their library. Thank you, Cinema. Glad you're liking the stream. Okay, so my opponent either has multiple ways to deal damage to Wrenn or no ways to deal damage to Wrenn here. Shocks and Hallowed Fountain. Let's go. The only way to get value off Boseiju here. Intribute the 5 months. Tap Steam Vents. No! Fuck. I think I'm bolting a token. Keep the loyalty a little higher. I get a whole time walk there, basically. Oh, awesome. That's a good top deck. Okay, off to the races a little bit here, huh? Graveyarding that is extra types for Delirium, and I don't really want to draw it either. I could cast a Traverse to get Delirium, but I think I need more gas here. I'm okay just trading, anyways. So they have 6 cards in their hand. But now I've got my Phyrexian Arena engine online. They still need to pressure the Wrenn and Six. The Hearse is not doing too much here, I guess. Stupid Omnath. Yeah, they're very likely to have removal. But maybe they kill my Channeler, and then I get Delirium, and I can Traverse for Titania. Or Fury, kill Omnath. Well, Titania is pretty sick. Okay, so unfortunately, it's exile-based removal. Ring goes back down to 6. I'm gonna Hearse 2 lands, because I think all that really matters is their Wrenn and Six. Only 1 fetchable land left in the deck too. I draw another land for turn, which is pretty frustrating. I think I'm gonna just get back Forgotten Cave and cycle it, try to find something that impacts the board here, or finds me Delirium. So I can give up on Wrenn and Six and go Wrenn and Six minus plus Lightning Bolt, and then potentially cast Traverse this turn, potentially next turn for Titania. I think that's my line. I obviously hate it, but yeah, I know this goes Delirium too. And the Wrenn maybe survives too. They need to do something to kill it. Ephemerate would be pretty bad. Yeah. Okay, so I think I just play Wooded Foothills and I wait on the Traverse to not just play face up and show my opponent that I'm on Traverse for Titania next turn. They see Mordekaiser's 4-color Delirium. I saw it. I feel like it was kind of light on ways to enable Delirium, but it was an interesting thought. I could be wrong too. Okay, notably they ephemerated the Omnath, so I maybe gets a plus Run and Six again. For Bauble, 4 Spreading Seas. Well, how does Spreading Seas get to the yard? Yeah. 4 Bauble, 4 Spreading Seas for growth, but how do any of those cards get to the graveyard? Or it's not the Bauble, the Spreading Seas and the growths, right? Like, you weren't playing a Channeler, were you, to Surveil? Okay, kind of surprised they played into that. Growth of fetch lands? I guess. Yeah, I mean, it could be better than I think. But, like, isn't there tension there, too? Because if you're going to go growth of fetch land to sack to get Delirium, then that's also, like, worse because, like, you want to leave your growths in play for Yorion later. Okay, game 2. Rough stuff. Kind of flooded, obviously, in the mid-game there. So close to getting the ultimate off. Don't really have too much on the sideboard either. Like, I think I want to bring in the Needle over the Shadow Spear, and then I don't think I want the Charmaws. Well, maybe Charmaw's okay on the play. Just like the Lantern and the Endurances are kind of bad. Don't think I want them on the draw. I can try them on the play. That's something I can see myself working on. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I do think that, like, more tutors in the 4-color deck is interesting. I think enabling some consistency and making your more linear matchups better is worth working on. And yeah, again, like, my just impression is I feel like it's hard to enable Delirium, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen the deck in play or played the deck. Got Zuran Orb? No, I need the Zuran Orb Titania combo, I think, is a pretty good way to, like, try to win this matchup and overwhelm your opponent's removal. In fact, I even feel like Zuran Orb Titania is like plan A in this matchup. Okay, let's keep this. Yeah, I need 6 mana Chandra, huh? Okay, shuffle that. This channeling Boseiju I don't think triggers Titania. I think it has to go from play to graveyard. Well, we did find a Charmaw, so if I hit my opponent with Ragavan next turn, I can Charmaw on turn 4. Mort said Delirium is kind of hard to enable, but early game it gets a basic, late game have Delirium, target's most likely Emrakul. Yeah. But, like, does that make it, like, a better, like the right way to be able to build the deck? It's at least cool. Like, it's a cool new take on the archetype. Always Charm other Triumphs. If they have an Abundant Growth land, we'll hit that instead. I think they have Ice Fang. Should be okay. We can go Tracker Fetch land next turn. Charmal turn 5, maybe. Yeah, fine enough to just shuffle that and pick it up with Wrenn and Six. What's up with Rag and Bauble? Yeah, on Magic Online there are retro Baubles and Ragavans. I do have a spoiler card from Double Masters. As far as I know, though, that these aren't my spoiler cards if these exist in Double Masters. I think a lot of people expect them to be there. I kind of think that they're going to be there too, but obviously I don't actually know. Okay, let's see if they have a counterspell. Not the end of the world if they do. They're not snapping off the counterspell if they have one. Feels pretty soon for a monkey reprint. It's been over a year. It's been over a year. Yeah, I mean, I'm also like basically always in favor of as many reprints as possible too. Yeah, Double Masters is reprints only. To be fair, a year is pretty soon. Sure, I'm in favor of as many reprints as possible, but I don't really care either. Oh, it hasn't been a full year. I really thought it had been. Oh wow, this actually worked out really well for us, where we got to not expose the fetch land to endurance. Although I guess it wouldn't have been the end of the world if we had. So resolving, I think tracker fetch land makes a lot of sense, but it's also true that the longer you wait on Charmaw, the worse it is. And this also cuts my opponent off of like Omnath Fetchland, Heartcast Incarnation. So I think I'll do this. So we can go like Tracker Fetchland Needle next turn. An Imperial Seal reprint. Dude, my friend group for a long time, there was this Imperial Seal being like kind of like not necessarily traded, but you know, a friend of ours had it, and then he gave it to another friend, and then the friend was like, I think that this is a real Imperial Seal, but my initial friend who had it was under the impression that it was a fake. And like we spent a long time like talking to different people who like doing light tests, jewel tests, and it was really weird. Like it passed all the tests, but like it did just kind of feel weird. I don't know. And so, like, ultimately, like, we just kind of moved on, I guess. But I think it was a real Imperial Seal that was, like, given to him under the impression it was fake. Okay. Kind of looks like they've got a counterspell. You probably could have ridden down, ticked on Teferi last turn instead of getting extra fetch. I mean, into the Endurance, I think that's bad, because if they kill my blocker, they get to kill the Wrenn. So I'm going to play Wrenn first, see if they've got a counterspell. Okay, seems like they do. So I'll probably just crack 2 clues instead of playing the tracker now. Yeah, it might have just been that old card feel. I need to follow up on that. Yeah, it was like $1,000, $2,000 card back then or something. I don't know if it's had any reprints since then. Just the Judge Foil, yeah. Those are pretty rare, right? Should have needled Misty Rainforest. 1,700 now. Yeah, it was a little bit less back then. This was like 2012, 2013. They have a Fury. Yorion in the hand, hold up counterspell. Okay. One mana short of going tracker into Charmaw. Can maybe bubble them. But I think bubbling myself for Delirium makes some sense too. So right now I just have Artifact, and I have my top card is a creature, so I can go Needle or Traverse, get creature into the yard. I can go ping with Wrenn and Six to get Delirium. So ping with Wrenn and Six. Play fetch land. Cast Traverse. Graveyard creature. Crack. Delirium active. And I'm either getting Charmaw, Titania, Saga. I kind of like getting... What if we get Sokenzan? Is that crazy? My opponent just like so clearly has counterspell up. I'm gonna get Ragavan. Next turn I'm gonna go like Tracker into Charmaw. Although I'm out of fetchables, it's kind of bad. So the Ragavan does go back to my hand after dress down, right? Been a little while. I think I'll play the Tracker. We need Needle for triggered abilities. I mean, we have Torpor Orb, but like 1 mana name a card. Cards with name can't be triggered in abilities. Something. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Like, dress down is like gotta have the most judge calls of all time. Even more than humility, because like the instant speed nature of it makes it a bit weirder, right? So no fetch land. First time for everything. Boy, does Omnath suck. Okay, we need to find Unholy Heat. I think they still have that counter spell. Dash Ragavan, block, take 6, go to 2. I think I have to. There's also like a chance that they counter the Ragavan. You're trading Tracker for Omnath? They have another March, okay. So they must have another Omnath in their hand, I guess. I think I'll Needle to Fairy as well. They kind of needed to. Maybe you're right. I mean, they could have just gone to 2. Although maybe they're trying to like not lose to Lightning Bolt, right? Is dealing a random fetch crazy? Well, they didn't have a fetch land in their hand last turn, so I think it's not as good as just naming Teferi. Winning this game would be kind of crazy. Do you only have 8 fetchable lands? I mean, 8 fetchable lands feels pretty standard, right? Like, Murktide has like 7. Gen Saga has 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 is like very standard. But yes, we only have 8. I'm probably overreading the word only, huh? Murktide isn't playing with Rendo. Gen Saga is, and Gen Saga usually plays 8. Is Charmaw for a specific matchup? Yeah, it's for Tron mostly. But you also bring it against Titan. Yeah, and it's also like we have, you know, Urza Saga and Cycle Lands to get back with Wrenn and Six too. But also under 9 minutes on the clock, so I think I said the exact same thing as the last time we played against an Omnath matchup. But if if we do win this game, which it's looking a bit more likely now, if we do win this game, then got a chance for game 3. So they exiled iteration to iteration, but they are not casting it. They have been playing like they have had counterspell the whole time. I think I have to kind of play into it here though. And I could potentially crew the hearse. Like if they counter this, then I guess I'm not crewing the hearse. Yeah, I'm not crewing. I'm just gonna hope that they're chump blocking my Charmaw. Colder with the 21 months. Thank you. Hey Shane, how's it going? Is this another March? Maybe Charmaw is great because it just never dies to March. I also have no more fetchable, so we just hold these for like Run and Six emblem, I guess. Titania. Yeah, no, I'll play him out for Titania. So my opponent's hand is Ulama, or sorry, Yorion, 3 mystery cards. Immediately taps a white. I mean, I just hate Yorion so much. Or sorry, Omnath so much. Both of them, I guess. Thought last turn using the Hurst, crewing with DRC, so DRC didn't run into Endurance. I kind of like just the Alpha Strike. The Alpha Strike ended up working out really well. Maybe play like a Boil or 2 for this matchup in the sideboard, but this matchup's gonna be pretty tough. Andrew, the 24 months, happy 2 years. So what are we trying to draw? Titania is okay. Traverse can find us Titania. I think I have to hit the Yorion so I can keep attacking with Charmaw. It's kind of likely they have a counterspell. Kind of likely that the Omnath ends up like just gaining them too much life. They could have Ephemerate too. I'll concede to an Ephemerate. Is Hearst worth it for us for a color? I mean, we just have like other cards that are worse post board. Hearst also, you know, they do play Wrenn and Six and Eternal Witness, but it is not, you know, like a big secret tech against 4 color either. Solitude. So we can crew the Hearst. I should play my fetch on last turn for Titania though. Yeah, the Hearst is our main deck. We're just like leaving them in rather than cutting them. Okay. Titania, Copium, I guess. Titania was like, you know, we would have got one. I really should have played my land because now like Traverse or Titania like would have been like 20 points of power rather than, or 25 rather than just 20. Oh, dude, I drew it too. Okay. Not dead, not dead. Imagine if we had our Zuran Orb, huh? That's 3 cards in hand. Hopefully they're all to Fairy Time Raveler. They also have less than 5 minutes, so if we do somehow squeak this game out, then they probably can't win in time for game 3. Another stung in the air to Yorion. Still gonna make the 5/5s. I think if I draw Unholy Heat and they have nothing, which is very unlikely, but because they didn't play a land for turn. But if their hand is actually 3 Teferi Time Ravelers and we draw a removal spell. Alright, Unholy Heat. Although maybe Bolt does it too. Yeah, Bolt I guess would do it too. Oh, we're getting bolted? No! Ah, dang it. It's so anticlimactic. Was our top chord Zuran Orb? Oh, I guess we'll never know. Okay, good stream today. Good stream. Sorry to the believers, but I'm liking the red-green deck. Trophied with it last night. Good stream with it today. Definitely pretty fun too. Good deck for the all-access token, because the deck's surprisingly expensive with a pile of cards. I do want to thank our wonderful sponsor, NordVPN, for sponsoring the stream today. You can go to nordvpn.com/spike and get a sick deal on a discounted VPN plan to protect your internet privacy, which you should be interested in doing if you are ever on the internet, although I don't know if anybody here ever browses the internet. Thank you again, NordVPN.